But we're going to start again, we're going to start again with
introduction, and really thanks to Jelmer for inviting us. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm using the microphone. My name is Esther and I'm here to talk about coding for young girls actually. We're focusing mainly at girls. So from my understanding, how many programmers are here? Are you all developers? Good audience. You're a minority, okay. It's probably the same as some girls have when they study IT and informatics in the Netherlands. I'm here to give you a small introduction about the situation in the Netherlands, about girls in IT or girls in science and engineering. But because this is an interactive session, Juk will follow and will tell you a lot about Scratch and Coder Dojo and all the things he's been doing with young children. And we've been working with Juk for almost a year now, I think, to teach young girls how to code. And why that is important is because the Netherlands is an exception in Europe. I don't know from which countries you are, some from Finland. If you look at the numbers related to female engineers or scientists in the Netherlands, we're every time at the bottom. And this is even quite a high number because it's for science, mathematics and IT. And if you look only at IT in the Netherlands, it's around 5%. And I think for all of you who studied IT and informatics, that's not a strange image, but when you look at other countries, that is. I don't know if you work a lot with your international clients or international co-workers. It's the Netherlands is an exception, and we would like to change that. The government would like to change it because we need more IT professionals, and also because a lot of female in our students in high schools, they enjoy IT, but they don't follow the IT path. They don't become developer themselves, and that is why we do a lot of role modeling in the Netherlands. And for instance, the females you see here are all role models for young girls, because in the Netherlands, if you don't see a lot of women in IT, when you're a young girl, you don't think, okay, maybe I can become a developer or a game designer myself. So that is why we do, VHTO does a lot of activities in primary education, secondary education, and also for universities and big companies. As I said, I work for VHTO, that's a national expert organization in the Netherlands. And we aim, or we have the mission, to have more female students in engineering, science, mathematics, and also in IT. And especially in IT because the numbers are so dramatically low. And how do we do it? We have many activities throughout the whole educational chain. And it's throughout the whole of the Netherlands. So it's a national program. We work with many schools. For instance, primary schools. We, for the last 2 years, we went to more than 3,000 classes. And what we did, when I say we, I mean all the female role models who actively put their spare time and go to schools and tell them about their work, about what they're doing. They act as role models. They give guest lectures. They talk to the young girls. And probably, as you all know, when they're really little, there's no difference between boys and girls. They like IT, they like computers, they use computers, but when they get older and when they have the course informatics in secondary school, sometimes there's a difference between what boys and girls choose when they go further education. Something else that we have, like, it's a big image database where we have many female professionals, but also male professionals in IT. It's not only that the females are a mirror, but also male professionals, because sometimes girls don't even know what it's like to be a developer. Like, for instance, all of you, when you tell people about your job, maybe they don't even know that your job exists, what you do, or that you can be a creator, not only a consumer. I think most girls and boys, they use IT on a daily basis. They don't even know what it's like to not use IT or not use the internet, but that you can create apps or that you be more in control of what you use. That is something they really need to learn and need to explore. As I said, the role models, we have more than 2,000 female engineers and IT specialists, and they're in a database. So if you know any more female designers or app makers or developers, please, not only, maybe some, ask around, and you can always invite them to join Spiegelbeeld, that's the database, because like I said, we do so many activities, but we can't do that without the female professionals. And we also do speed dating sessions, and as you can see, we reach a lot of secondary schools, so 200 secondary schools, because it's not only important for the girls, but it's mostly important for their surroundings. So it's important for teachers. The teachers who teach informatics now in secondary schools, they also need to get more information on what it's like to be an IT professional at the moment. And next week, on Thursday, we celebrate Girls' Day. It's a European, it's almost an international event, where many big but also small companies, they open their doors to young girls. And it's like an open day. They can see what it's like to work at, for instance, at this IBM headquarters in Amsterdam. They learn more what it's like to work there, because it's for them important to see how it is to work for an IT company or for an IT department, or even here in Sanoma. I wasn't aware that there were so many developers working for publishing companies. So that is also something we always teach the girls about. And last year we reached almost 50,000 pupils. So that is a lot, but it needs to be more, and also especially I think the teachers, the parents, who also advise them what to choose next. But here we are today for girls in ICT. Recently we started to have new activities, especially for ICT. And we're not only aiming at the girls, but also at the teachers. We have a course for informatic teachers to teach them about new developments. We have big conference about women in IT. And mostly, when I talked about all the schools and all the classes in primary education, we put into that project an assignment around Scratch. And that is why we work with Juk, because Scratch is a really good tool for also all different ages, but also really the young age, to learn programming, to learn computational thinking, but also for mostly the female teachers to have their first experience with coding. Because the female teachers or the teachers at primary school level are also an example for boys and for girls. And if they see that their teacher enjoys coding or even is willing to use some in her lesson, that's also one step further. Because we see that when the teachers are anxious or are not really using their smartboard or other tools in their lessons, that has an effect on the young girls as well, because the teacher is also your role model and the person you look up to. Here you see, that's also around Girls' Day, you see the girls doing all kinds of IT activities. So as I said, we use the Scratch in the primary school, that's the project talentenkijken.nl. If you know schools, maybe schools of your sons or daughters or nieces or nephews, they can join this program. It's free. It's a lesson. They don't really have to put a lot of effort in it, so they can just use it, and they can put some technology into the curriculum. And apart from that, what is now our most key activities for girls in IT is the Vita coding fence. And we recently, last year we started. Here you see some pictures of it, and it's a code event only for girls. It's from the age from 8 to 14. Here you see some primary school pupils, and they do a lot of things. They do Scratch. We also do Blender, where you can hear some more about after this presentation. They do 3D printing, Lego Mindstorms, and for them it's really easy. They're really, really happy to do this. For us, it was not a problem to recruit the girls. They wanted to do it again and again, and they're asking us, can we join again? But here again, it's really important to also address their parents and teachers. But to give you a slight impression about the enthusiasm of the girls, I will show you a short video clip. It is in Dutch, but you can see and you can hear how motivated the girls are. It was during a big event we had. We had a conference around women in IT. It was on the 5th floor, and on another level there were girls coding and programming. And then in the end we had the live stream, and we asked the girls, did you like it? What did you learn? And they were going out of their minds.
We zijn live, jongens! Wow! Vonden jullie het leuk? Ja! Oké, dat is in ieder geval duidelijk. Vertel eens even, wat hebben jullie geleerd?
We hebben geleerd programmeren en hoe je zelf apps kan bouwen en websites. En hoe je met een banaan een filmpje kan afspelen. Menselijk Flappy Bird. Ik heb geleerd dat elektriciteit door handen heen door kan gaan en door bijna alles eigenlijk. Dat je robots kan programmeren.
Wat heb je die laten doen dan?
Geluidjes maken en de zwarte lijn volgen.
Ook de geluiden erbij zijn goed. En jij?
Hoe je een soort van game-achtig iets moet programmeren.
En waar is het allemaal handig voor? Weten jullie, waar zou je het kunnen gebruiken?
Als je met computers gaat werken. Ja. Als je met computers en zo gaat werken.
En wat nog meer?
Als je een beroep hebt met programmeren.
En wat zou er allemaal uit kunnen komen?
Sites.
Ja, sites.
Een bedrijf. Een heel erg groot bedrijf. Waar je super rijk van kan worden. Als je dit service ingaat. Een spelletje.
Een spelletje?
Ja, dat.
Zijn er dingen, denken jullie ga je iets mee in de toekomst doen? Ja? Wie denkt van ja? Ja? En wat zou je daarmee willen gaan doen?
Ik wil graag spelletjes en filmpjes maken. Games bedenken en zo.
Wat voor games zou jij bedenken?
Nou, ik weet nog niet. Het hangt er vanaf wat voor games er dan in zijn in de toekomst. En ook dat je er beroemd van wordt, net als Flappy Bird, dat je zo'n heel beroemd spelletje kan maken dat je heel rijk kan worden.
En jij, want je bent heel klein, kom even naar voren, Jill.
Nou, met het beroep kan je ook een website gaan hacken of zo.
En zijn jullie er klaar voor om de dames boven te gaan ontmoeten?
So, as you can see, they really enjoyed it. And what is also striking that when I met somebody who said, well, maybe those girls are really gifted. They're the special girls, so we picked them especially. That's not the case. This is just an ordinary school. They're around 10, 11, 12 years of age. So this is an ordinary group of girls, but they get so excited when learning to code, or actually when they say, well, I can create something, I can make a new game. Well, when it's in fashion, I would like to make a new game which is really nice. So to have that click, that they can create something, I think that is the most important thing. But also what is important, that they say, well, I would like to learn more if I have a job around computers. So that's the other side. Sometimes they don't think those two match. So I think this is the first step. We try to do it a lot. We work with many volunteers to create this kind of enthusiasm, but it's different steps, or different levels, and also assignment for all of you, because you're also role models for all the girls and young boys, what they would like to become in the future. So that is the short presentation of what we do from VHTO. If you need more information, I will be around, and if you know female developers, please let me know. Watch the news next Thursday, because we would like